The crystal children began to appear on the planet from about 1990 to 2010, although a few scouts came earlier. Their main purpose is to take us to the next level in our evolution and reveal to us our inner and higher power. They function as a group consciousness rather than as individuals, and they live by the law of one or global oneness. They are also advocates for love and peace on this planet. They are mostly born into the gold ray of incarnation and evolution, which means they have access to gifts of clairvoyance and healing. They are born on the 6th dimension of consciousness, with the potential to open up rapidly to the 9th dimensional level of full Christ consciousness, and then from there to the 13th dimension, which represents universal consciousness. Crystal children's auras aren't specifically opalescent, but are octarine, which is a color that isn't in the normal visual range of human eyes, but is the manifest color of high magic, and on another color octave entirely. They have beautiful pastel hues to them. To the untrained eye, it appears to be without color at all, therefore crystal, but the extremely high frequency of the energy field is what gives it away. The first thing you will recognize about crystal children is their forgiving nature. They are very sensitive, warm, and caring. Don't mistake these characteristics as a sign of weakness, as crystal children are also very powerful. The crystal child is incredibly sensitivity, which stems from the ability to feel universal consciousness. You won't be able to hide anything from these children. You won't be able to lie to them either, as they will know immediately what the truth is. It is important to mention that crystal children know what is in your thoughts, and even more importantly, what is in your heart. This is another reason why they are so sensitive. Children with a crystal vibration have the ability to reflect things back to the universe that are of no importance to them. Not only will they reflect this energy back, they will reflect it in such a way that it is stronger than when it was taken in. Special note: if you are the parent of a crystal child, it is crucial that your child take in good energy at all times, or as much as possible. Your role is to help these children reflect harmony, peace, and oneness into the universe. This, in turn, will help all of us raise our vibrational frequencies and help spread peace around the world. Just as indigo children don't react to guilt, you will find crystal children do not react to fear. Fear is prevalent in almost everyone. The collective consciousness of our Earth and universe magnifies this emotion. With terrorism on the rise, it is important now more than ever to let go of this age-old emotion. There is nothing to fear in this life, as all is unfolding as it should. Not even death should be feared, as there is no such thing. Most importantly, do not fear star children. These gifted youngsters will feel fear and magnify it back. If you have a lower vibrational energy, you may react strongly to these children with such a high vibrational frequency. Remember that the energy in the universe is changing for the better. As our vibrational frequencies are raised, a collective consciousness of peace and love are emanating into the universe. Crystal scouts that arrived decades ago came to test the waters for future star children. These scouts had much grief. They were different and possibly psychic. It has taken our society a long time to start recognizing these types of people and accepting them. We are all becoming crystalline bodies, whether we realize it or not. The continued energy shift that is happening is supporting this energy pattern and moving us all in that direction. This change in energy or energy shift is definitely wreaking havoc in the world. The many natural disasters that are occurring will continue to occur in the years to come as a result of the energy shift. This is part of the shift. It is important to remember during this time that we all must be good and kind souls. Always help others in need, be honest and kind, and remember your good karma piggy bank. In time, crystal children will help us achieve our goals and understand the concept of oneness. Fear and greed are becoming emotions of the past and will be replaced by peace, harmony, and the sense of oneness. Doreen Virtue, noted author and expert on star children, has written about the characteristics of crystal children. She says these characteristics may include have large, communicative eyes and an intense stare, are highly affectionate, begins speaking later in life but often uses telepathy or self-invented words or sign language to communicate, love music and may even sing before talking, are extremely connected to animals and nature, are often very interested in rocks, crystals, and stones, are extremely artistic, are highly empathic and sensitive, are forgiving and generous to others, draw people and animals near them, and love attention, often have good sense of balance and are fearless when exploring high places, often see or hear angels and spirit guides, both their own and others, dislike high-stress environments with many distractions, dislike loud sharp sounds, dislike bright, unnatural lights, often enjoy choosing their own meals and/or when they eat them, often speak about universal love and healing, sometimes show healing gifts at young ages, don't react well to sugar, caffeine, or unnatural foods chemicals, dislike fighting or refuse to keep an argument going very long, often show strength in telekinesis or psychokinesis, often amplify emotional energies they gain from their environment, such as negative energies, can become uncomfortable when around electrical devices too long, watching TV, computer, etc., sometimes resulting in a trance-like state, sometimes seem clingy to their parents until 4 or 5, often stare at people for long periods of time. This allows them to read a person and find out more about them through their own personal memories and energy, can sometimes be manipulative and throw tantrums if they cannot create a reality that is good for them, are easily overstimulated and need to meditate, be alone often to replenish themselves, don't usually have trouble with fear or worry, enjoy discussing spiritual or philosophical topics, may appear to be looking at nothing or talking to no one, sign of clairvoyance and/or clairaudience. Indigos and crystals work together to tear down archaic systems and build up new ones. Again, parents of these special children need to realize that they agreed to bring these wise and powerful children into the world, whose mission reaches out to the globe as a whole, and not just individuals or individual families. They are also here to work on the energy grids, raising vibrational frequencies to help facilitate global changes for a more peaceful Earth. It is important to support these gifted young children and to be cautious not to stress them or put them in busy environments. Like indigos, crystal children will also help raise the vibrational frequency of their parents. Crystals have a way of drawing other people with the correct energy to interact in a family's life. Parents of a crystal child will benefit greatly from these incredible children through their powerful, loving, and creative energies. These children, with their higher level frequency of consciousness, should be considered equals in families. They should be involved in family issues and be allowed to give options and solutions to problems. Don't forget that they are on a much higher vibrational frequency than many of their parents. Vibrational frequency is the rate at which atoms and subparticles of a being vibrate. The higher this vibrational frequency is, the closer it is to the frequency of light. Your words and thoughts send out a vibration that attracts an experience of a similar vibration. If you send out fear, you attract fear. If you send out love, you attract love. Everything in the universe is energy, and energy vibrates at different rates. You have a unique vibration, which is the product of all of the influences you have encountered. The influences you focus your attention on are those which determine your vibration. Negative vibrations are associated with the lower chakras. Negative vibrations include hatred, anger, doubt, fear, jealousy, envy, judgment, impatience, disharmony, imbalance, and insecurity. Positive vibrations are love, harmony, peace, balance, kindness, understanding, and compassion. The negative emotions are not bad. We all, at one time or another, experience emotions of lower vibration. These emotions only become harmful when you base your words or actions upon them. You can feel anger about something and still make a conscious choice to act out of love. When you do this, you are raising your vibration from one of anger to one of love. Changing your thoughts and actions will help raise your vibrational frequency. Another phenomenon associated with crystal children is delayed speech patterns. The fact is not surprising that delayed speech is rising in children that are incredibly psychic. Why would they need to talk when they can communicate with their minds? It is not uncommon to see crystal children that don't really speak until they're 3 or 4 years of age. Most parents are in touch with their children and know what they are communicating. These children may use sign language, sing, or make specific sounds to communicate. Like indigo children being diagnosed with ADD or ADHD, the medical profession will also label crystal children. They will say that they have abnormal or delayed speech patterns. Parents should remember to look at the big picture. If children are successfully communicating at home and not having any problems, the medical profession should not try and make it a problem. The new generation of children of the 21st century cannot be labeled and stuck into a box. Most people are on the old energy grid. It is difficult to try and keep up with the energy and higher vibrational frequencies of the new souls coming here to help us. Some of their characteristics will seem abnormal, but rest assured they are not. It is important that healthcare professionals update their diagnosis and become more aware of what is happening around them. It may be difficult to understand energy and realize that we are moving past medicine and things that will pull our vibrational frequencies to a lower level. People have been healing themselves with their own energies for quite some time. This trend will continue and even become more common in the decades to come. The medical profession should also understand why autism is on the rise. It is thought that the new crystal children, with their higher vibrational frequency, are unable to handle vaccinations. These souls have loose ethereal bodies, and the poison from their vaccines literally pushes them out of their bodies. You can protect these children by keeping their meridians balanced and purging these toxins from their bodies by whatever alternative medicine you agree with. This may include getting their meridians balanced, chakras balanced, energy work, Reiki, or whatever you are comfortable with. It is important to purge toxins from your body within 24 to 48 hours after giving medicine, especially after giving your children vaccinations. This time frame is when it is easiest to purge toxins and do the least amount of damage to the body. After 48 hours there may be some damage, and it will be more difficult to eliminate the toxins. It is important that both mom and dad get their meridians or energy balanced before they have children. However, it is never too late to get energy work done, even if you are 70, 80, or 90 years of age. Crystal children are among the most connected, communicative, caring, and cuddly of any generation. They are also quite philosophical and spiritually gifted. They display an unprecedented level of kindness and sensitivity to this world. Crystal children spontaneously hug and care for people in need. In the past, the vibrational frequency of the world has not been high enough to support these special souls. The energy shift that is occurring is changing the vibrational frequencies, and these frequencies have finally become high enough to support these children. As mentioned earlier, Steve Rother has been communicating for many years with a group of light beings who very fittingly call themselves the group. They speak of the new planet Earth that is coming and also have a lot to say about crystal children. According to them, the Indigos came to shake up our old paradigms and to make room for the next wave in evolution, the children of crystal vibration. At the beginning of their messages in 1996, the group said that if we could make the planet safe for their return, they would come. Apparently, despite outward experiences, the planet must be getting safer. For recently they have said that the crystal kids are starting to enter. The children of crystal vibration are what you would consider to be the magical children with abilities that you may have yet to understand. The attributes of crystal children are simply twofold. They are extremely powerful and yet extremely vulnerable. They are highly evolved beings and have an understanding of what simple energy really is. Feats that you would think impossible may seem like child's play to humans carrying the crystal vibration. You will begin to see magical abilities in human children that you have never seen before. Their basic understanding of energy will make it possible to manipulate energy in new ways. Many crystal children can levitate inanimate objects with their minds. They also have problems with electricity. Your crystal child will go through many watches, phones, and clocks next to the bed. This is because their vibrational energy is on a much higher frequency and it affects electrical objects. At first, crystal children will tend to gather in groups where they can hold space for each other. They form groups and grow together, supporting each other energetically. They will do it all by themselves, so parents of crystal children will not need to worry about finding the best environment for their children. Expect to see groups of magical children with abilities that exceed far beyond the norm. As time goes on, you may see an acclimation of this energy and will become more accustomed to the odd stories that will circulate about the strange new abilities of some children. The group goes on to say that what we are beginning to see so far is only the scouts who have been sent ahead to test the waters, and that powerful as they are carrying only the first hints of the energy that is to come. They will be able to read our minds and also our hearts. There will be no more secrets among people. They will have a sensitivity beyond our comprehension, but this sensitivity will be a gift as well as a challenge. The group continues, saying, unlike the children of indigo vibration, the crystal children are so sensitive that they may feel threatened by the harshness of what people are holding in their hearts. Some will find safety in retreating and going within. There are some people who will think this is a sign of weakness and may even attempt to exploit these gentle beings. Let us set your mind at ease when we tell you that exploitation will not be possible. The children of crystal vibration are powerful beyond your understanding. Even though they may have great difficulty understanding and interacting, they will always know their true power and who they are. According to the group, their biggest challenge will be their inability to deal with other people's fear. Fear is based on a belief in lack, and these children will enter with a belief system that knows nothing of lack and therefore nothing of fear. They will need help in dealing with the general fear around them, which means that we will need to start dealing with our own deeply ingrained habits of fear, separation, limitation, and lack. These crystal children in Scouts will know how to heal. They can also do this for other people. They know of others like them because they can sense them within their own minds, but sometimes feel isolated physically. They are in touch with fairies, angels, and multidimensional cosmic beings. They have a hard time finding people they can trust and have learned that it is not always safe to share too much of their world with adults around them. They have great difficulty relating to the self-centered and limited perspectives that human society operates within. Most people find them very threatening in their vulnerability and directness. They feel frustrated because they know they are here to help, but feel that if they unleash their powers to assist the world, it could leave much chaos in its wake. Story from a crystal mom and daughter. When my daughter was first born, the most amazing thing about her were her eyes. She has these eyes that look straight into the depth of your soul, with such happiness and understanding. As she grew older, she cared for her dollies, put the spiders safely from the inside of the house to the outside, and gave all kinds of gifts and food to her fairy friends outside. At 3 years of age, she began laying her dad and I on our tummies and pinching our backs. She would then roll us over and pinch our tummies. I know now that this was some kind of energy treatment she was giving us. She would often say someone's name and the phone would ring, and it would be that person. She would also say things like, "When is my little brother coming, mama?" Or, "I was your mama once, but now you're my mommy." Her dad and I know how special she is and how important it is for us to bring her up much differently than the ways we were brought up. Some days we don't know what we are doing, we just do what feels right and make the rest up as we go along. We hope we can help her achieve her life's purpose and be happy, things that all parents want of their children. The difference between indigos and crystals lies in their vibrational energies in their auras. Crystals have an even higher frequency than indigos, and their auras contain unique colors never experienced before, or at least, not that we have ever been aware of. These children have strong emotional and spiritual needs, and their high vibrations make it difficult for them to participate in the world as it exists. When things get too tough for them, they simply cannot cope, and they retreat to the peace and safety of their own inner world. Our school systems, social structures, families, and ways of life have followed patterns that have not changed for many generations. And yet, they no longer serve our needs. These children will make it very clear to us where we need to make changes and what needs to happen next. One aspect of the crystal energy is that crystal children require a great deal of physical attention, which involves being held untouched in loving and nurturing ways. Crystals are so loving and gentle, and they need a lot of love from their parents, families, and caregivers. Their needs include a great deal of physical contact that is more than just touching and holding. There is a strong energy exchange with physical contact, and from that they get the reassurance that they need to know that they are here at the right time, there is love for them, and they will be safe. This will help meet the crystal children's needs so that they can be prepared for their journey when it is time for them to begin their work here to teach us the ways of love and peace. Around 2000, the first true crystal children began to incarnate. This was because, as mentioned earlier, the new energy grid on the planet could now support these clear and powerful beings who have a higher vibrational frequency. Each crystal child that is born on the new energy grid and has the potential to be a fully awakened and conscious master at the level of the Christ consciousness. Crystal children are spiritual masters in their own right. The crystal children are beautiful. They generally have large, clear eyes that seem to look into your soul, because in fact, that is what they are doing. They are often calm and are focused, but they can become hyperactive when their energy is out of alignment. They are very loving and nurturing and enjoy sharing their energies with others who might have need of them. They are powerful and often have no fear at all. They can be very sensitive to food and to the environment they are in, as they are born with the clear systems needed on the new energy grid. They are clairvoyant and psychic. They see angels and spirit guides, and they can often feel and see the future. They know about past lives and can often talk about who they were in past lives. They are also very connected as a group, and much of their work for the planet is done on the levels of the higher consciousness as a group. This is one reason why crystal children are sometimes tired and irritable and grumpy. They have often been working very hard on the higher energy levels to help this shift. The crystal children are moving into our hearts and upgrading our energy systems. The crystals are helping us to claim our power and open our hearts and to anchor ourselves firmly in the new energy grid. They are teaching us to accept our spiritual gifts as our birthright and to see the creation of miracles as a normal activity. They are teaching us to honor our planet and ourselves and to see the beauty and the wonder and the joy of all creation. We are learning to live as they do, in the present moment, not influenced by past or future. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe.